Welcome everybody, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Well, we had a little bit of excitement this evening, so sorry to you who are out there in the live stream world who are waiting past our normal, usual start time. We are going to dedicate this service to Bob Pizzell as he's on his way to the hospital because he started to choke a little bit, not sure on what, and the paramedics were here and they left, but now we're going to call the paramedics again so he will get in. And as soon as this service is over, guess where I'm going? Hospital. So, everybody, let's take a deep breath in, deep breath out. How wonderful it is for brothers and sisters, for all of us to dwell together. You can find it in your books on page 128. Let me see it. Ya la la, ya la 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 la. Hine mato, hine mato. Ya la la, ya la 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 la. Hine mato, rumanai. Sheverachim gam yahad. Hine mato, rumanai. Sheverachim gam yahad. Sheverachim gam yahad. Page 142, Shalom Aleichem. Now, I expect you to get your groove on. We are going to make a joyful noise unto the Lord. We are going to clap and have spirit, have ruach. And those that started with the Hebrew alphabet and meditation class, you're going to breathe in, everybody. Breathe out. Close your eyes, and we're going to welcome in the Shabbos angels. So open up your arms wide, or in your mind's eye, visualize the angels coming in to bless us and be with us and observe that we are honoring Shabbat. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Limelech Malachei Hamalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Limelech Malachei Hamalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, And now, if you'll turn to page 120 for the candle blessing, Pat Alexander, the president of Sisterhood for yet just a couple more months, is going to come forward and kindle the light of Shabbat, page 120. Pat is going to be spearheading all of our Tikkun Olam, repair of the world. She is going to be coming up with fantastic ways 4 times a year for us to donate clothes, electronics, toiletries. Clothes can be donated anytime, and Heather up here on the bima has tons of clothes she's ready to do, and my husband would love me to donate half of my 4 closets. So, I like to keep all the sizes just in case I need them. This is true. I should let go of some of those larger ones. But I have them in white, I have them in black. Okay, so 120. We're going to light these 2 candles signifying the partnership between Adonai and Am Yisrael, all of us, or 2 loving individuals who are one together, 1, 2, making a combination of unity. Sometimes it's easier than others. No, we're just opening it up right now. Okay, we're going to light the candle. There we go. Good job. So everyone, take a moment to just focus on the light. Look at the flame flickering in the air conditioning, as Wendy so aptly discussed with us. Oh, Diane, excuse me. Not the first president, the current president. Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to make 3 circles, bringing that order into the chaos of the world and towards our heart. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Hug yourself or someone next to you and say, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. And if they're not wearing green, you can pinch them. We had a lot of people wearing green today, though. Okay, we are going to do Lecha Dodi on page 138. 138. Once again, I expect you to get into it. Come on, you guys. Verse 1. Shamor vezachor v'dibor echad hish v'yanu el haman yachad Adonai echad v'shamo echad l'shem l'tiferet v'litefila. Everybody, lecha dodi likrat kala yalla 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 v'nei Shabbat nekavela. Verse 5. Hitoreri, kiva orech, filmi ori, sherdaveri, kevod Adonai, alayt niglat. Everybody, lecha dodi likrat kala yalla 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 v'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yalla 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 v'nei Shabbat nekavela. Rise and face the door and don't be surprised by what you see. Bob is going to the hospital and all will be okay. Verse 9. B'riv et shalom ateret bala gam besimcha v'tzohala tochem b'nei am segula Vayakhel. Everybody, lecha dodi likrat kala yalla 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 v'nei Shabbat nekavela. Mifnei Shabbat Nekavela. Please be seated. Now, I know it could seem possibly a little surreal. It might even appear to be a little insensitive, but it's not. To be singing away while Bob is talking to the paramedics for the second time and considering to go to the hospital. This is the best thing we can do for him. We are manifesting energy that is going to make sure that he is okay. We know he's being taken care of. We know he's going to go there. We know I'm going to go there after. And we are just going to pray our little hearts out, aren't we? Okay, thank you for that resounding yes, Wendy. I want to hear you all say yes. Yes. Okay, good job. All right, we're going to now move to the Hasid Kaddish that separates our prayer warm-up with our Kabbalat Shabbat to our official call to worship, the Vayakhel, page 144. 144. Yitkadav yikra shemei rabba ve'elmad yivrach yirtei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yom echon v'chayedecho be'Yisrael Bagala, bagala, v'bizman kadri v'mero Yehei shemei rabba mevarach le'alam lo me'amaya Yibarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yikraman v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal shemei dekudusha rechu le'ela min kol verchata v'shiratash tushbechata v'nechemata damiran v'alma v'yimeru Vayakhel. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. We are praising God. Ya la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya 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 la 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 Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Please be seated. And now we have our evening prayer, our Ma'ariv, our Ravim, on page 148. And let us read on the top of 149 together first. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans into infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim bechokhma poteach she'arim, uvivuna meshaneh itim umachalif et hazmanim, umisader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono. Barayom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or umavir yom umevih layla umavdil ben yom uveh layla Adonai Sevaot Shemo El Chai V'Kayam Tamidim L'Choleinu Le'olam Va'ed Baruch Atah Adonai Hamari V'Aravim. And as you see, this is an hour of change, and Heather is going to come forward and sing Ahavat Olam, page 150. Everlasting love you offered your people Yisrael by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. We say Yasher Koach, excellent job, may you have the strength to keep going. So I can see, you know, you have all these other mothers and grandmothers and grandfathers up here, and they're all looking at me going, yes, yes, yes. So get used to it. They will go yes, and they will go no, no. No, they always say yes. They're pretty good about that, even when they're thinking no. But no. So Heather, for those of you who do not know, is actually a trained opera singer, and she has a master's in vocal performance, yes? And so Hashem just sent the two of them to us, and Jeremy is going to convert, and I'm telling him he's going to be a rabbi. So these two are going to be the dynamic duo. Why? Because I know these things. So watch them as they grow within our community, and we help them on their spiritual path, and they can do whatever they want, choose whatever they want, but I know what Adonai has in store for them. So, those of us that were in class yesterday, and those of you who may still join, we do have 18 people in our class, 16 of whom came, 3 of whom could not get on the Zoom. So we do encourage you to show up. because we don't know what's going to happen with that Zoom. But if you'd like to be seated and go into the cocoon of your own being, do so, but try to root your feet in the ground. If it's hard for you to sit up straight, that's okay. Just close your eyes and breathe. And if you'd like to stand for the Shema, please do. And what we want to do is we want to close our eyes. We want to physically open up our vessel, and we want to take a deep breath in and deep breath out. First, we're going to just chant the Shema as a breath, as a meditation, and then we will sing the prayer. So close your eyes, wiggle your toes, feel yourself rooted thousands of years ago. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And the next time, sing the Shema on the deep breath out. Deep breath in. Shema Yisrael. And you want to feel that breath moving forward, circulating out and reverberating. And now the prayer. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Adonai Echad. Adonai Echad. Please be seated. And the Vayakhel can be found on the next page. Those of you who started in the class, find the olive. Okay, so you're looking for that olive, the Ein Sof, the beautiful, wonderful divine that is around us and within us. So just look for the olive and make that connection on the page, 154. And then next week we'll add the bet and we'll keep going. So, Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha v'chol nafshecha v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadavarim ha'eleh asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shitecha v'vitecha v'valechtecha v'derech v'v'shoktecha v'v'kumecha ukashartam la'od al yadecha, vehayu latotafot beinenecha, uchtavtam, al mezuzot beitecha, uvihisharecha, leman tizkaru va'asitem et kol mitzotai, vehiatem kedoshim lelohechem, Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher Hotzeiti Echem Eretz Mitzrayim Lehiot Lachem Lelohim Ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Emet. How many could find the Aleph? Wasn't it a better experience? We will build upon that. And those of you who are not with us, you are welcome to join us because we actually have a good time. It's so much more than just the letters, right? Okay, and if you've done it a million times before, yes, you can do it again. Good for the mind. Okay, on the top of 157, we're going to read before the Michamocha, and Heather will come back up and do the Michamocha because she did it with us on Saturday. So surprise, surprise, coming up. All righty. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot. That wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, the promised land, and that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. And guess what? Since we actually have a soloist. The rabbi, who is also the cantor, gets to have a soloist, so you may have your own music stand. We will share the energy up here. Okay, are we ready? Michamocha, page 158. Oh, I thought you were bringing up your music. Let's go for it. Are we ready? Michamocha, page 158. If you want to dance, dance. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגלום יחזק ממנו ברוך את אדוני גל ישראל. Let us read just that very first paragraph. 158 under the Michamocha. Who is like you, O God? Among the gods that are worshipped, who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? And now let us move to the top of page 161 as we read the text there before our Hashkivenu. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will. Hashkivenu. $160. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu shomrenu l'chayim u'faros aleinu sukat shlomecha u'faros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Ufaros aleinu sukat shalom Ufaros aleinu shalom echa. V'shamaru, page 162. You need to get into this. Are you ready? Those who keep Shabbat are favored among those on high. V'shamaru b'nei Yisrael et hashavat la'asot et hashavat ledorotam berit olam. One more time. V'shamaru b'nei Yisrael et hashavat la'asot et hashavat ledorotam berit olam. And you made b'nei Yisrael, then you made b'nei Yisrael, oh, hilei olam, oh, hilei olam, v'shameru b'nei Yisrael, et hashavat et hashavat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim, ki sheshet yamim, asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Everyone, shameru b'nei Yisrael et hashavat la'asot et hashavat ledorotam berit olam. Vayon hashavim Shabbat v'inafash v'sham b'nei Yisrael et hashavat la'asot et hashavat ledorotam berit olam. Please rise as the ark is open for the Amidah on page 164 and the following pages. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Hastei Avot V'imahot, U'mevi Gila Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham Bezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol Atah, Rav LeHoshia, Morid Hatal. Oh no, not yet. Mashiv Haruach U'Morid Hagashem. We've had so much rain. I was thinking of summer and Passover's next month, so it'll be then. Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed, Mechayei Meitim Berachamim Rabim. So Mech Noflim Bedofei Cholim, Umatir Azirim. Mekayem emunato lishenei afar michamocha ba'al gevurot umido melach melech meimi umechayeh umatzmiach Yeshua v'ne'eman atah l'hachayot hakol baruch atah Adonai Mechayei hametim, atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom, yahalalucha sela, baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. Please be seated. I really have to smile to myself because up here it feels like summer in the lights and everything, but I'm so proud of you. Some of you actually know what season we're in. In the prayer book. So, when do we shift from winter to summer? I just told you. And when do we reverse it? Simchat Torah. After Simchat, so we go all the way through and then we Simchat Torah. So now, speaking of Passover, a notice will be going out. We have about 12 to 15 people that go once a month for lunch bunch. So all of you are going to be burning your chametz with me if you have never done that before. And the rest of you are going to join us. Okay, so I would really, every year I say this, I would like to have 100% participation. That means everyone in this room, everyone online, everyone that's on our friends list. We are supposed to burn our chametz. So how many of you actually clean out your cupboards, get rid of all those things you're not supposed to have? I do. Lucky for you. Oh, see, she's already started. Okay, Shelley's okay, so see. Now, the rest of you who want a free pass, you can go on a cruise, you can go out of town, and you can come back like some of the Orthodox do, or you can burn your chametz and fill out your form and sell it. Okay, so that's the purpose. So we will send out the forms for $18. It's a nice fundraiser for the temple. And it actually helps all of us. So we just unburden ourselves. We free ourselves of all of the stuff that is puffing us up and holding us back. Who feels puffed up and held back ever? So you know what? You gotta sell your chametz. And then we're gonna have our pancake breakfast the morning of the first night Seder, which is always a little difficult because I have to get up, I have to put my makeup on, I have to get all ready, we have to do that. Then I have to go get my hair done and I have to do it all over again because we're gonna have the first night Seder. That's what some of you are going to be doing along with me. Please think about it. When you get that form, Say, I'm going to sell my chametz this year. I'm going to free myself. Because take a look on the top of, well, second paragraph of page 173. Let us read this together. 173. Disturb us, Adonai. Ruffle us from our complacency. Make us dissatisfied. Dissatisfied with the peace of ignorance, the quietude which arises from a shunning of the horror, the defeat, the bitterness, and the poverty, physical and spiritual, of humans. Shock us, Adonai. Deny to us the false Shabbat which gives us the delusions of satisfaction amid a world of war and hatred. Sound familiar? Wake us, O God, and shake us from the sweet and sad poignancies rendered by half-forgotten melodies and rubric prayers of yesteryears. Make us know that the border of this sanctuary is not the border of living, and the walls of your temples are not shelters from the winds of truth, emet, justice, and reality. Disturb us, O God, and vex us. Let not your Shabbat be a day of torpor and slumber. Let it be a time to be stirred and spurred to action. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-shafat. So, with those words in your spirit, we are going to take a moment for some silent reflection and meditation. On page 180, we'll do Yehiyu L'Ratzon afterwards. So, think in your mind of a prayer that you want to offer up. Maybe you want to ask God for something, or maybe you want to ask God, meditate and ask God for something for somebody else. But always, whatever you ask for, what do we say at the end? For the purpose of sharing. So take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We're going to do Yehiyu L'Ratzon. Take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. We'll just do it with violin and harp. Are you ready? And ukulele. Yehiyu L'Ratzon. Meditations of our hearts be acceptable to you, Adonai, Adonai, Adonai. Shabbat Shalom. Our parsha this week is a double header. Vayakhel, Pekudei. In it, we read again about the construction of the tabernacle. This was God's physical dwelling place in our world. Dina Schusterman, a Rebbitzin and founder of the in-town schools for Chabad, relates a story about her father, who was also a rabbi, and lessons learned, stating the concept that when life sends you challenges, you might want to ask, why? And sometimes you might want to say, why me? Have any of you ever done that? But the answer to the why is what. Instead, ask yourself, what, instead of why, or why me, what is my purpose here? What am I supposed to do as a result of this experience? What is the lesson being shown to me? The struggles of life are not as a means to an end, but in some ways, the end itself. Now, I say this all the time. There is so much in life that appears to be filled with struggle, and that the active process we engage in confronting and dealing with it is the process that perfects our character. Our parsha this week relates yet again to all of the minute details of everything donated for the building of the tabernacle and the construction itself. The end result would be something perfectly constructed according to God's exact plan. It takes time and patience, however, and the blueprint followed in exact precision as laid out by Moses directly from God, which then culminates in a dwelling place that is filled up with the divine presence. In a sense, this is what we must do every single day that we are here on this earth. God gave us a body, a soul, a mind, a vessel to be filled up with knowledge, experience, and yes, lessons to learn and grow from. In so doing, we actually create the space for God to dwell within us. It takes time and patience to create perfection. It is an ongoing process that is constantly evolving, just like our breath as it spins out of us when we're meditating and praying and singing. As we perfect ourselves, so too do we perfect our world and our relationships. Our very physical presence in this earthly world is much like the construction of the Mishkan. Our ongoing care in the detailed construction allows for the spiritual to dwell in the physical. We live in very complex times. Struggles that we thought were behind us are flaring up. Anti-Semitism is on the rise. There's a New Jersey-based organization, has anyone heard of it? Jew Belong. There's actually signs, there's billboards around the city. Recently, they launched a hashtag End Jew Hate campaign. And there's these bright pink billboards that are promoting this. Messages like, I promise to love being Jewish 10 times more than anyone hates me for it. 3,500 years of anti-Semitism doesn't make it right. And, this is the one that we have in the Harbor City, does your church need armed guards? We have one out there, because our synagogue does. The organization hopes to spread awareness of anti-Semitism around the country. There's a lot of them in Florida, but all across the country. Jew Belong started with the intention to make Judaism, kind of like us, more approachable to the organizations they consider themselves reaching out to the disengaged Jews, a group of Jews who may not feel connected to their Jewishness. That's outreach for one reason or another, with relatable, affirming messages like, we don't care which half of you is Jewish. And, so eat your bacon. God has other things to worry about. They state that according to a 2020 Pew Research Center report, there are 5.8 million Jewish adults in the United States, just accounting for 2.4% of the adult population. One of the reasons that Jew Belong is doing this campaign is that not everybody realizes this, that Jews are only 2% of the population in the United States. So what does this say about us? We're here, we're showing up. Judaism and God needs each and every one of us as much today, or maybe even more so than in days of old. Because without us, our faith, the perseverance and devotion, everything that our ancestors went through would have been for nothing if we don't carry it forward. The promise still exists for all of us. We just need to get over our compulsion toward the why me, and move ourselves towards the what. To quote Dina again, to back up messages that I have been sharing for years, we are not here to achieve perfection. We are here to achieve greatness through finding our purpose in the world. The pleasure for God is precisely in our struggle while we are engaged in this process. Only God can arrange for perfection, and that will happen when Mashiach is revealed in totality. In just a few weeks, we will open the door for Elijah to come in, and you can learn all about Elijah in the next few weeks on Tuesdays with Mark. But in the next few weeks, we'll just open up that door, and what that does is it heralds the time when Mashiach, when the perfect world to come will happen, a time of peace and abundance for everyone. This will be manifest in the here and in the now. And guess what? It's only going to happen through our own good deeds and the evolution of the perfection of our character. This cannot be accomplished without struggle and how we adapt and grow through the obstacles and the challenges that we face. Our ancestors faced enormous challenges on a daily basis in their wandering through the wilderness. And they faltered, didn't they? Time and time again. They were far from perfect. But the process that they were going through laid the foundation for every single thing that we value, uphold, and honor today. The tabernacle of old is ever present today. The Mishkan that was so lovingly detailed and constructed is reflected in the Mishkan we built here. Look around. Temple Emet. The foundation and every single detail was debated and budgeted and carefully planned and executed. And by the way, not without challenge. We had a period of time, I think what was stopped for like 4 or 5 months, resulting ultimately in this beautiful Mishkan Tefillah, this dwelling place of prayer for God. A sanctuary constructed for the divine to surround us and dwell within us. We had many challenges and obstacles along the way in the construction, and we still do today as we face the future and the support of it. We must be willing to work through the why to get to the what, remembering to ask ourselves, what is our purpose here? What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to get from our experience? And what is the lesson that we are being shown, individually and collectively? Organized religion as a whole and Judaism is suffering. Look, we need billboards. If we want to continue, we have to constantly be strong in the face of continued anti-Semitism and hate, and be willing to reinvent and engage in the ongoing pursuit of perfecting ourselves. We are the best defense against the evils in the world. Just like Esther and the Purim story that we just told. As we stated last Shabbat, God loves becoming. It is an ongoing process. The willingness to be strong, to have faith, and to surrender the moments of why and why me to the what, and to the action inherent in the what. Judaism is based on action. We strike the match, and sometimes we struggle to light those candles. But when we do, we cover our eyes and we make those circles and we bring order into the chaos of the world, and we connect to the light of God that is in us and the individual unique light that we bring to the world, each and every one of us. So when we look at the why versus the what, we have to think about our perception. It's all our perception. What's affecting our lives, how we think, is it negative, is it positive, affects our impact on the world. So we must ask, what can I do to better myself? What can I do to better the situation I am in? How do I need to shift? What do I need to do differently? The advancement of my purpose is dependent upon that. Why? So that God can better work through and within me. What can I do to make a better difference in my life, in my faith, in my family, and the world around me? What is God trying to teach me when everything is going on? What do you want me to learn? What is God trying to teach me so that I can better perfect myself in order to better serve? In so doing, as we perfect ourselves, we enhance our relationships and the level of positivity and abundance we actually receive in our lives and propagate in our world. The Mishkan, the furtherance of Judaism, the fate and the future of Torah, and its relevance in the world, none of this works without us. We have to create the space for God to dwell. That is why we're meditating. That is why we're focusing on the Aleph Bet. That is why we're opening up our vessel. We have to invite God in. Much like Avraham and the angels, we have to be the hosts filled with generosity of spirit, wanting to engage with the divine and welcoming. So as we go forth, may we have the courage to surrender the why to the what, the courage to face our demons along with our struggles, because Pesach is coming. That is the beginning of us as a people. It really is our new year. So we truly want to face our demons along with our struggles so that perfection can be found in the process of our becoming. And may the dwelling places that we build, both physical and spiritual, be strong, bountiful reflections of the divine within us and around us. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may it be God's will. Shabbat Shalom. So now we are going to do Misha Barach, and Stacy, why don't you come up and sing it with me? I know we were going to wait for Raya, but no better time than the now. So 371, think of those, we're going to think of Bob Pizzell.
Do you hear this one? Okay.
Who is probably waiting to be seen. And those in our own community, some who are sitting here today, those that are out in the cyberspace world and our members who are not here right now, and those around the world that are suffering, either body, spirit, all these things that need to be healed so that we can be healthy and whole. So Misha Barach, see them in your mind's eye, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out.
The renewal
Thank you, Stacy. So do you see what's happening with us here? Yes, yeah. And by the way, Stacy, do you have some of the women with history? Stacy will be performing Stacy, Robin, and Friends at Molly Malone's on Friday, March 24th at 7 p.m. So you can see Stacy do her thing.
That'll be your Shabbat next week.
That's okay, we don't have a service, so you all could go.
We'll do a little motzi.
Oh, good. Okay, all right. You can go do this. I will be preparing to go on a cruise, but maybe I could try to make that. But so we would like you to look forward to June. Save the date. Most likely it's going to be the last Saturday in June, and it will be the Rabbi Cantor's Cabaret. Come to the cabaret. You will see Stacy, you will see Hilda, you will see Marianne, you will see Amy, you will see Dan, you will see Heather. You will see our people doing their thing, doing what they do. And it might be a little, we're thinking about it, a little tiki party. So they've already got the Mai Tais ready and the pina coladas and the things. They're working on that. So, so get prepared for summer, and it'll be an exciting event. So that's a possibility. So we get to see everybody do what they do. And I'll watch. That'll be great. Okay, so page 586, please rise for the Elaine noise. We prepare to close out the service. Bottom paragraph. Elaine l'shaveach ladon hakol lateged la li'tzereshi shelo asanu k'gei haratzo velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama shelo sam chelkenu kahem vegor aleinu k'chol hamonam v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lefnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Shehu notei shamayim ve'yosed aretz u'moshev yekaro b'shamayim ima'al v'shechinatu zo ve'gov hei meromim hu Eloheinu ein od Emet Malkeinu efes ulato Kakatu v'torato v'yadata hayom v'yadata hayom v'ashavota el vavecha ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim b'shamayim v'ma'al ve'al haaretz mitachat einod v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz v'yom hahu yehyeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. Please be seated. So I did a funeral today, and the family, I was called in to do it, which the family didn't want a rabbi. And so when they don't want one, but apparently people think they need them, and it could be a very volatile situation, I am called in. And so what's interesting is that it turned out that, interesting story, and I say this because of what we're talking about furthering Judaism. The woman who passed, the mom of the matriarch of the family, her husband had, she'd separated from her husband, and she was raising her two kids by her own self, and we're talking about the 50s, not a good time. She ended up working, she found her soulmate, she got married, and she ended up being the first woman to work in the insurance business with Lloyd's of London. Like, she was really a dynamo. But when she was struggling, she went to the shul, and she went to her rabbi, and she had two sons that needed bar mitzvah. And she said, is there something that we could work out? He never looked her in the eye, he just looked down. And then when she was ready to leave, he goes, we'll take up our charity cases and let you know. And so she never set foot in a synagogue again until her grandchildren had their bar and bat mitzvah. So when we're all done, I look at the two sons, and I said, let me get this straight. You never had your bar mitzvah. And they were like, no. So what do I like? You're going to have a bar mitzvah. We're going to work on this. I'm going to bar mitzvah you. we're going to have a b'nai mitzvah. And then the wife of one of the sons says, I always wanted a bat mitzvah. I'm like, we're going to have a b'nai mitzvah. It's going to be all three of you. We're going to make order out of the chaos of what happened to Mitzi. So we really, sometimes we're our own worst enemies. And so I'm proud of our community because we have a mission to, be in alignment with Emet, with truth. And, as we think of our loved ones and our ancestors that have moved on into the spiritual realm, we really have a responsibility to keep everything going and keep it moving forward. And I didn't expect to have 18 people in the class. We started out in the classroom and Robin Brenner was like, I think this is too small. There's no air, we don't have enough chairs, and I'm counting and we have 10 chairs. So then we move out here and we have 1 table, and we have 2 tables, and we have 3 tables. So please join us if you want to join us, but know that we are manifesting energy that in a way is as important or better than those billboards, because we are the keepers of the faith, and that's what God wanted us to do. We were meant to be a light unto the nations, and in our own little corner of the world of Torrance, we are not only doing that, but we are helping others come forth and share and grow as well. And that's kind of always been our purpose and our mission. So, that being said, turn to page 598 for the Kaddish. If you have lost someone in the last 7 days, would you please rise and say your loved one's name? Sorry, I didn't hear. And if you've lost someone in the last 30 days, please rise and say your loved one's name. Kathy? Thank you. Stay standing. Anybody else? Marianne? Oh my, sorry to hear. And we had a beautiful service for Marianne's mother this past week. So, if you have lost anyone in the last 11 months, and if you're already standing, raise your hand. Bob? Anybody? Sunny? Amy? Anybody else? If you're observing a yard site, the anniversary of a loved one's death, and if you're already standing, raise your hand. Okay, Bobby? I'm glad you're here with us. Bob? Judy? Sunny? Richard? Mark and Sandra?
My mother, Hilda Riker, and her father, my grandfather, was Philip Weaver.
Sandra, do you? Dan? Oh. Stacy?
My grandfather's Dennis Goldstein and my sister Patricia Weitzman.
Marianne?
My father, Max Rothstein.
Anybody else? Judy? Anybody else? Okay, together as a community, we'll rise and say the Kaddish on 598. I'll raise my hand when I say V'Imaru. You can say Amen. Those of you at home in the live stream, please say your loved ones' names as well. See them in your mind's eye as we salute to them and pray to them and honor them in the heavenly realm. And may peace be to those of you who are suffering at this time so fresh with grief. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach v'ruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayeh l'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'izman peri v'miru. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lomei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar, v'yitalev, v'yitalal, shemei d'kudashah, v'reichu. Le'ela minkol birchata v'shirata, tush v'chata, v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alama v'imru. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al Yisrael v'imru. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu, ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May God, who is the creator and author of life and death, grant Peace to those that are hurting and suffering at this time in our room, in our sanctuary. Peace to those around the world that are suffering from so much loss that we've had globally throughout our world. And peace to our loved ones in the heavenly spiritual realm, as together we say, Amen. Please be seated as we have some announcements from our president. It's all in the process of perfection. Yes. There you
We're
go.
watching you become perfect.
All the better to serve you.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to everyone here in our building and those at home watching on our live stream, for whom we thank Mark Tannen for his terrific work on the live stream. Our flowers today are sponsored by Bob and Joy Feldman in celebration of their 47th anniversary. Happy anniversary. We'll do a little song later. Yes, we will. Okay. Thank you, Marcia Crabtree, who worked so hard getting tonight's dinner ordered and delivered from Truxton's. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you to our wonderful Rabbi Cantor. That was a really, really good sermon. I like that. I hope you liked it too. It was very interesting, but listening to Rabbi is always interesting. Thank you to our talented musical director, Dan Spector, and our wonderful musicians. Where do I start? Let's start with Stacy and Hilda and Marianne and Amy. Great musicians, wonderful music. And Heather. We have beautiful voices. Thank you so much. People are so, sorry about that. March 28th is the Sisterhood meeting, I believe. Watch your emails. March 29 is Dan's Zoom music class. Always terrific. You don't want to miss that one. Now, people are signing up fast for our first night kosher Seder on Wednesday, April 5th. $90 a ticket for members. Don't miss out. Check your emails for information. Sign up, people. So far, I think we have, 31 or 32. I'm losing track. But please sign up. We want to get you on there. And, check your emails for information. So, March 22nd, we're going to see a movie at AMC. And we're going to have dinner at Stonefire Grill first. And the movie is what?
Moving on.
Moving On with Fonda and
Tomlin.
Lily Tomlin.
Yep.
Going to be good. That's at 7:30. Get your own tickets.
Row E, I think.
Well, row E may be filled already.
Really? Oh, okay. I don't think I got my ticket
No,
yet.
close. Okay. We will be at Stonefire at 6 o'clock. Lunch Bunch will be April 5th, 11:45 at Good Stuff in PV, and that's where we will burn our chametz. Watch for the form, send in your $18 and fill it out,
Or bring it that morning.
or bring it that morning. Okay. 11.
Technically speaking, I know everyone doesn't want to do it so early, but we're really supposed to do it like before 11. Can we do it at 10:30? Want to do it? What time do you want to do it, Diana? You're the president.
It's so nice to be president. We're doing it at 11 o'clock. End of discussion.
Remember, because you still have to get your hair done and be ready for the Seder in the evening.
11 o'clock it will be instead of 11:45. Somebody dragged me out of my house. Oh, well. Okay, anyway, that's what we're going to do. Our Saturday morning service has been moved to April 15 at 10:30 because of Passover. Lunch afterwards will be Lazy Dog. We are going to have a very special service on Friday, April 21st. We will be awarding the 3rd Annual President's Awards. These will be announced in April, and there will be a flyer, and you can send congratulatory tributes that will be printed in a special tribute folder. The people who are getting these awards are very special people. They're irreplaceable. Of course, we have a lot of irreplaceable people, but these people are truly irreplaceable. You're going to be receiving an information letter about our annual congregation meeting Thursday, April 27 at 7 o'clock. The slate of officers will be announced for your approval, and the minutes of last year's meeting will be included for your approval as well. Plan to attend this very important meeting on the most current state of Temple Emet. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Excellent job. So yes, please join us for the movie. We're switching it up, so some people who can't get there on time when we do it earlier, so we're going to do the dinner first and the movie. I think it's actually 7:20, and I don't know. Well, you got your ticket already. I haven't got mine, so you may know more than me. And we have a lot going on and a lot coming up. So in April, so just know, because of how we roll. So the first week is the Seder. So we're not doing a Friday service because we're doing the Seder. And then we're not doing the second Saturday because some people on that Saturday will be doing Seders with their families and in their houses. So it'll be the 5th, and then it will be the Saturday, what was it, the 15th? And then it will be the 21st. So keep an eye out on your emails, because sometimes I get texts and I didn't know I showed up for the service, or oh my gosh, I forgot there was a service. So we do send you the notices, so please take a look. Okay, so April 5th, April 15th, and April 21st. Now, and the 27th, which is the congregation meeting. Now, Joy and Bob, shall I come to you, or do you want to come up to the front here? Okay, so we're going to bless them as we bless one another with this beautiful, this couple really, we have a core of couples that are the examples of marital bliss. And some of them found it the second time around, which was always encouraging to me, which is why I got married the second time. Were it not for you guys, I might not have, so there you go. So, do you want to stand right here? Okay, come on up. Joy is a joy. It's true. And the two of these together are really extraordinary. And Bob is very devoted and a spiritual seeker in his own right. And Joy, actually, she's just one with nature, and she sends the best emails to me about things. And so we're really blessed to have these two in our community. And some people need constant attention and care. I get texts all the time, I get phone calls all the time. And other people, there's two different kinds of Jewish people, and I love them all. Others are like, no, Rabbi, you're too busy, I don't need you, I don't want you. They'll go to the hospital, they'll get sick, they'll have COVID a couple of times. No, I don't need you. These are in that category. Because they really want to tough it out. They face those challenges and those struggles. And because some people are of the mind, especially when they're getting ready to move on. Tony was like, no, Rabbi. At some point, it's like, we don't want the rabbi, because that means we're in trouble. So you never know how it's going to roll, so you just have to go with the flow. So would everyone please rise as we're going to bless these two. We're so grateful for the love. The love that you share with each other lifts us all up, and is really a manifestation of the divine, because the greatest manifestation of God is love. So let us bless each and every one of us and them. Now, was there anyone else that had an anniversary in this month of March? If so, and that would be if you're still married, unless you're a widow or widower. You can come forward and share. Oh, I guess it's just you two. Okay, are we ready? Okay.
Hold on.
We have another one coming? Oh my goodness! Robin and Steve, another example of marital bliss. And if any of you have been, I've been to their home, and we've been with their children, and they're very devoted to their Judaism, so come up here with these two. Now, how many years have you been together? 42. And you? 47. And you with your other half? 39. Now, I mean, it's so wonderful, because we were just talking about when we married her son, and she has a loving partner. They do a lot of, what do you call that dancing you do?
Line dancing?
They do a lot of line dancing together, so that not only do they really truly are physically active and engaged in going out and sharing something together, which is also wonderful to behold. So look at these people up here. Can you tell that they have love in their hearts and in their lives? And they share that and uplift us all. So may the love that you all have continue to grow and blossom and flourish. May you be healthy and well to be able to experience it for as long as possible. And the love that you have, it elevates us all. And it surrounds your families, because I know you keep them going with the love that you have in your hearts and your spirit. So we ask that God bless them for long life and future love for not only this lifetime, but all eternity. As we bless one another with the Birkat Kohanim. May God bless you and keep you. May God's countenance shine upon you. May God be with you always and grant you peace. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav alecha v'yichuneka. Yisa Adonai panav alecha v'yasem lecha shalom. K'mei yehi ratzon, may it be God's will. Simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, mazel tov, simen tov, mazel tov, simen tov, yehelane. Simen tov, mazel tov, simen tov, mazel tov, simen tov, mazel tov, simen tov, yehelane. Mazel tov. Woo! Did anyone have a birthday in March? Well, but it's March. So you want to celebrate in April or come up now because you're March? Okay. Who else is March? Come up on the bima because I know you like to be on the bima, Mark. Okay. Mark's coming up on the bima. Sandra, you can come with him too if you want. Come on up on the bima. Oh. Okay, any other March birthdays? Okay, thank you. Come on up. Okay. This is the man who 1 year from this month will be having his bar mitzvah with us, his second one. Yes, and it will be on his 90th birthday. So we are going to pray for good health and a strong mind and a will to get through that bar mitzvah. And to keep doing what you're doing, and he will be our next treasurer. So he's going to need a lot of koyach for that. So are we ready? Anybody else in March? Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach. Happy birthday coming up to you. Okay, and I know he likes to sing. So now we're going to do, what are we closing with? Oh, say shalom? Yeah. Thank you, everybody who participated. Thank you, everybody that is here, both in person and on live stream. And thank you once again to Marshall for the meal and all of us showing up. And be sure to go see Stacy. If you have questions, ask Stacy. Are we ready? Oh, say shalom b'broma. Say shalom aleinu. Ve'ol Yisrael. Shabbat shalom. Thank you. Happy birthday in advance.